Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome. Welcome to Infection Free Zone. So, Infection Free Zone is a game that I've really wanted to have, or at least the setting is the setting I really want to have, and hopefully will become more common in the future, which is, it's a game basically set post-apocalyptic, where you are a leader of a group who have survived a zombie apocalypse or an infection apocalypse or whatever you want to call it. And what's happened is, humanity's lost. Everyone's buggered off into a underground shelter, and now humanity is coming up to try and reclaim and fight back against the infected and be able to slowly but surely colonize the world and be something like that. And it's something that I personally find really appealing because I love the concept, not just surviving against zombies, but fighting and winning and taking back terrain from that. So I really hope that this game does prosper and we can do things where we can even go out further on expeditions and build up and do whatever. But for the time being, this game is pretty awesome and it's quite a lot of fun to play. So it's in early access, so not everything you see here is going to be final representative of the product, but they have been making some pretty good sort of efforts on things. They've recently introduced a patch to help with elevation, as well as having some epic, as well as having some improved game mechanics and more intuitive game design. So I'll put a link down below in the description for this if anyone is interested. It is worth checking out. And yeah, let me show you the other thing that's pretty cool. So this game's unique trait is that anywhere around the world you can go to. You can go to Shanghai, where the fuck that is, in China. You can go to Dijon in France, Oakland, USA, Bastiera in Italy, or you can go to your hometown. So there's loads of places you can go to try and see if you would survive, which is pretty cool. And you can have your own little thing for that one. One of the things I thought we could try and do is get a good old Blighty and go to an area that I used to frequent quite a bit, which is pretty cool. Because this is be a good location to sort of show off the elevation update, I suppose, as well as highlight some of the cooler stuff, which if we go actually back out of here and go to this particular thing. So this is the city of Truro. It's in the southwestern part of the country, and it's relatively decent. It's not the best of places to go to. By the way, let me know if you like this kind of content. Let me know if there's any other places you think would be a really good place to go to. But yeah, so basically you select a tile, and in this tile is a number of buildings and other things you get to go to, and you basically have to try and survive within this sort of tile. I would love it if we could expand these tiles as you get more influence and do whatever. But at the moment, nothing we can really do about that. Anyway, so let's get started on this thing. So we're going to go with the tutorial just to sort of showcase what this game's like. So you can actually make your own little banner as well. So you can have some really cool sort of banners. You can have some sort of nice banners. I think we want to go with something that represents the building of something noble-ish, kind of. AK, Japanese symbol, the fort. Yeah, no, that'll work. And we'll go with something like that. We'll have that banner. I like that banner color. So we'll go for that one. We're going to go with a medium difficulty. So the hordes, the resources, and the people are going to be exactly the same. And we're going to come up with a name. The Tower of... the Fortress. Illness events. Oh, yes, that's new, isn't it? Story events must be disabled to turn this off. Oh yeah, illness events. So we need to be careful about that. But yes, that's a new thing that's just been added, by the way. And we have terrain elevation. So undesirable behaviors, areas causes crashing, things with heals value will be by extra range of defenses, bridges, viaducts. This will be kind of cool because this will actually help, because that's something that previously we've not really had. So this will be quite an interesting sort of thing. You know what we'll call this? Just the fortress. Yeah, you go, the fortress. So let's get started. So this game has I think this game has a lot of potential, and I really am looking forward to seeing what the future holds for it, especially considering as the game gets, as the further features get added onto it, better levels of production and whatnot, I would love to see additional games begin to have points where you can take the fight against the infected and win. Like State of Decay kind of does this, where you can establish base of operations and stuff. And I know Project Zomboid, you can kind of have a whole session on that. But at the same time, no longer leave their homes for fear of defect. Yeah, exactly. But if you can, like, if we could have something that... Yeah, so I know you can have the Project Zomboid, but I would love it if we could get something more in this realm of, like, a strategic command, but it's against the infected. They Are Billions, I am also aware, does this sort of, and it is a very good game, but unfortunately it is very anti-multiplayer and very anti-mod, which is a crying shame, because the potential to have something in this setting would be incredible. So I look forward to seeing more of options for, like, being able to spread or whatnot, but unfortunately, here is the situation that we have. But here we go.
The world as we know it is gone. What we called the mad virus appeared out of nowhere. It made people turn extremely violent, aggressive, and unrestrainable. Soon later, the infected became bloodthirsty, more like vampires than human. There was chaos, panic, and war for survival. Desperate people were just as dangerous as the virus itself. Even our loved ones could become a threat. The infection spread quickly throughout the entire globe. Every region, every country, every city. Drastic measures were taken to get rid of the infected, but they all failed. The last chance for those who seemed immune was to hide in underground shelters. Ones that we improvised in garages and basements, loaded with food, water, and air filtration systems. These were the places where we survived, sealed from the outside. For so long, we waited for any signal, any info that a cure had been found, and the situation stabilized. Instead, we listened as the world grew quiet. Our resources were becoming depleted. Life support systems were failing. And just as we were losing all hope, we received a distant call.
To all survivors, the infection is in decline. Seek others and rebuild.
This was the impulse we needed. There were others out there. We could come back to the surface. No more hiding. From the ruins of the old world, we will build our new home.
There you go. So, we now have the ability to choose where we are situated, and now with elevation being a factor, this is actually quite cool. So, we can select a series of buildings, some of which we want to kind of go in a somewhat defensible position. I'm going to choose this building because it's relatively large and it kind of will be, yeah, it's big enough that it has a decent storage capacity, but it's not so big that it's a problem. And we also have defensible positions here. So I'm going to select this building as our HQ. Right, so incoming transmission.
Operator, this is first squad leader. We made our way out. The neighborhood looks deserted. We'll have to scavenge the nearby buildings for any useful resources.
Okay, find something to eat as fast as possible.
Yeah, so basically what we can do is, well, what we need to do, oh damn, what we need to do, they've updated some of the building textures, nice, very nice. So what we need to do is we need to basically, oh, it's so nice. I'm not going to lie, having the elevation is actually really cool. So, I was actually showing the... Oh, that's actually kind of cool how they have the different textures. It's still an experimental feature, so I might adjust this particular thing, but it's still pretty cool. So, we need to use our squad. There is our squad. They have some limited equipment and stuff. They also have some skills as well, which we're going to try and improve upon. But what we're going to do is we're just going to try and get them to scavenge. So we need to turn on scavenge view. And And this will show all the buildings that have food and cans and everything else for that. And that's going to be our essential amount of supplies in here, is canned items. Because canned food is what's going to get us the most out of this. So, let's have a look. See, so we have... I think we might have enough for 2 squads, potentially.
Reporting.
So, I'm going to tell them to
Going there.
scavenge that location. I'm going to try and get some stuff. Do we have enough squad? By this building? Can we... How many people do we have? Let's have a look. See. People. Where's the population? Oh, 36 out of 40. Yeah, I think we can definitely create 2 squads. Yes, we definitely can have 2 squads. Oh, okay, so we have to prepare. Oh, nice. Resist. Okay, so it's not instant now. Okay, that's pretty good. Makes us think we have to be careful now. So they're going to be scavenging for food, and they have a limited amount of storage for that one. So if we can get ourselves a vehicle, the sooner the better. Most definitely. Because then if we can get that stuff, we can be able to like ferry supplies to and from that location. Which is why we want to try and get a second squad built up as soon as we can. Because obviously we need to get this going.
On my way.
Right, that's the transmission.
Sir, the crates are in the HQ. We have to think what to scavenge first. It will be best to check some shops or warehouses.
Okay, I'll point you where to go.
Yeah, so by having... Oh, another transmission.
Chief, I will speak on behalf of the other citizens. Let us go and adapt the buildings to suitable shelters, so we won't spend a single more night underground.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Right, so this one could have... What kind of people could be in this thing? But to be fair, we could probably do with checking that building out at some point.
Operator. Roger.
Right, so they've taken that thing out. So let's go search this building, and then we'll convert that into a shelter as well, because that looks like it's a pretty decent-sized building. Should be. And that way we can get sorted. And we can kind of start looking towards seeing if we can make it easier or harder for that stuff. I mean, it's not too big, but it's not too small either. That should be able to...
Building clear.
Right. How many do you think we could shelter in that? That's resources capacity for 37. This one's 372, so maybe. Resource capacity.
Ready
Drop
for
that
action.
off, and then
Let's do it.
do something like that. That'll be probably good. 3, 2. Fantastic. We'll get ourselves a new squad in a second. Fantastic. Right, you need to go, and I'm going to have you fetch to the other side, and we can get sorted on that. You're a new squad as well. Are you the same looking squad? No, you have some pretty dope looking people. So we need to think about making resources and converting the building. I think we can convert this building to a shelter. How many people will that have cost? Okay, so that'll only be for 18 people, but that'll be for 24. We have 27 out of 40. And that'll require... I mean, that'll be lovely, but that's going to be much more adaptable. This one's 26. We have 55, 33. Yeah, that's going to be much better. So let's get started on that.
Building clear. Chief, we found some seeds in one of the buildings.
Oh, get in.
Looks like grain. There were some farming tools as well. Maybe we could use this to start cultivating the land again.
That actually came really early.
Okay, bring that in.
That's genuinely...
We should have a place where we can cook meals for our citizens. This will make our people much happier, too.
Okay.
Okay, let's build a cookhouse.
I mean, okay, first things first. Let's actually... Oh, for God's sake.
We're going to need some metal, too. Car wreckages can be a good source. Or we can deconstruct some buildings. Send workers to do that.
Okay. We're kind of being bombarded a
go
little
there.
bit here, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on for that. So what we're going to need to do is we need to get some metal, first of all. So I think that'll be probably a good start to... That'll be a good way to start things. So I think maybe gathering up some metal here. And gathering up some metal along here as well. That's better. At least we can get some of the people running out and doing some stuff. So there you go. Some normal people. Actually, wait. Can you actually see people now? Oh, nice. We actually get the different names as well. That's pretty cool.
On my way.
Right, you're adjusting from there. We can get some storage for that one. That's being set up for that one, which is good. So we can get at least more people having shelter.
We're on the move.
Because we obviously, as per any kind of settlement management simulator, you have to try and get as much of the... You're going to have to get as much of the materials and equipment as possible and try and get stuff done as soon as you can.
Waiting orders.
So we just need to be very careful how we do it, but yeah.
Let's do it.
The one thing I will say about doing this kind of stuff in the UK is there is a lot of buildings that are right fucking next to each other. Like, all of these buildings, by the way, all of these buildings are 100%, like, you can explore all of them. So because it takes all the satellite data and everything, you could probably find yourself being in a building that's like absolutely in a place that's absolutely chock-a-block. Okay, sweet. Right, you get into that next one so we can try and get some ammunition. And we'll need to thinking about fields. We don't even have fields. Can we make fields? Oh, we can make a vast field or just a normal field. This is the only area that you could probably do. There's too much build up around here, which is a bit of a shame. Unless there's some areas around here. Probably have to destroy this building. I mean, yeah, there's like some places.
No more to find.
Not really any decent locations for that, sadly. Or at least there is further afield, but it's a little bit out of reach for that one, sadly. We could expand into that area as well, and that area. Which is pretty nice. But yeah, it actually has like locations and everything as well. So it actually has Old Bakery Studios. There's actually some real life locations that will be talked about in this particular realm, which is pretty nice. So that wood's going to be all good. Once we've gotten rid of the wood off that one and the scrap metal off that one, we'll need just to try and get as much as we can. Is that all that's left? That's all that's left. Okay. And then once you've grabbed those cans, get yourself over there. It would be great if we could find a car. That would be fantastic. We could also do with some more equipment, like tanks and I say tanks. That would be wonderful. But no, it's like eventually what you can do is you can build and improve and make production facilities all across.
We're on the move.
Throughout the experience, you can have these massive production facilities that eventually you'll be able to take the fight to the infected and be able to survive them with much greater ease. But at the moment, we're just currently trying just to keep ourselves going at the first innings, and then obviously progressively things get more challenging. But it's a really good. I will say this game is absolutely fun as all hell. Like I've easily spent quite a lot of hours just practicing and playing. Well, what was it? My first proper session, I clocked a lot of time in this one. Oh yeah.
Sir, the sun is getting low. We don't know what's going to happen during the night. We can continue our scavenging operations in the dark, but that will be way more dangerous than waiting until sunrise.
Yeah, we need to...
Carry on. We need those resources.
Sir, it is too dangerous for unarmed civilians to work after nightfall. Everyone will return home.
Okay, let's be safe.
Yeah, so the downside is all the workers at like
Start winding down for some rest.
Yeah, so the workers, unfortunately, they will bugger off back into home. So you do have to be kind of strategic when you do stuff.
Clear.
Chief, if we want to build anything else, we need more resources. Send workers to chop down some trees. Maybe we could build some palisades with that too.
Okay, let's gather some wood.
Yeah, so... Right.
Operator, let's do it.
Alright, if you want to head back to... If you want to grab that, you buckos. Okay, here we go.
Chief, there are signs of smoke. It's coming out of a building. I think there might be some people there. I recommend we go and investigate.
Let's investigate.
Okay, so... We're not going to investigate now because there's a bit too much... Yeah, well, there's too many issues. Whereabouts?
Sir, just saw a group of infected. They might not be aware of our presence yet.
Get ready to fight.
Okay, so day cycle's gone into night. We started in April, which is that the sunset hour is at that. So, yep, let's be careful.
Ready for action. Another one incoming!
Okay, whereabouts? Oh, there they are. Yeah, here they come. Now, they won't be guaranteed to constantly attack us, but there will come a point where we will start attracting the horde by our activity and everything
Another one
else.
incoming!
So, dropping stuff off for that will be quite important. You
Operator,
hop over to there.
Roger.
As long as we can
Infected
keep...
incoming!
Right, get yourself inside. You go over there. We'll try and cover the approaches as best as we can. This area is actually quite useful. We'll try and get some like defenses set up for this. Having this river could be quite useful, especially as the infected will struggle to go over the rivers and the lakes. So if we can get to a point where we can like cordon off certain parts, I will try to limit. Like I will try and create kill zones as best as I can.
There are some infected around here.
But yeah, at the moment we're just gonna have to wait out the storm, and then hopefully once the infected bugger off, we should be able to get the other stuff. Here they come.
Reporting.
Yeah, so here they come. They're going to try and push it. See, the river's making it almost absolutely impossible. So what we want to try and do is eventually make it so that we have overlapping fields of fire coming into it. So if you're the fan of the kind of horde defense tower shooter thing, sorry, if you're a fan of horde defense games, this game is very much up your alley. Especially since you have to sort of build up the production facilities, get everything sorted, build up what you know, there's actually even a proper story as well to this. And I will say, the voice acting for this game and the quality of the characters' interactions, all really good.
Infected incoming!
Right, so we're just going to kind of speed up time a little bit just so we can get ourselves up into the daylight hours. So, let's get that sorted.
Horde spotted!
Right, so they're coming out of the daylight now, so let's go
On my
quickly.
way.
And then get yourselves some gear and equipment. You
Ready for action.
head over to that objective. Daylight hours is coming.
Slackers, wake up and do your job.
Right, so what we'll do is we'll gather wood as well. And there's plenty of trees in this particular zone. So all the trees in the world, and it's raining, of course it's bloody
Area
raining.
cleared.
Right, cool. So that's nice. All the metal has been taken care of. And we should be able to now start looking more seriously into chopping the trees down, as well as getting the wood.
Roger.
Whereabouts?
This night was easy. There are sure to be some infected around here. We should build some defenses before the next nightfall.
Agreed. Let's build a wooden tower.
Well, we need to have resources for that, laddos. So, how about we, first of all, get the buildings set up. It's so close. There's like one more fucker with a wood. Yeah.
Clear! Chief, we found some survivors. They've been living in terrible conditions for the last few years. We could bring them in, but will we be able to feed them?
Yes.
Bring them in.
is approaching. Operator.
The place is adapted.
Nice. So we have the people gathered, which is great. We need to build a cookhouse and get some food prepared. We've almost got enough for that, and I think we could do with building up some more wooden towers. So, right, you come back over this way.
Operator.
We're gonna need to bring. Oh, nice. We got some. We actually got some equipment and guns as well, which is nice. So we need to
On my way.
get that sorted. And now that we're getting ourselves some new guns, we're gonna prepare a new squad. So we're gonna need like 3 squads effectively. So we got more metal, which is great. These guys are going to top up as well, which is going to be great. And we're going to be gathering up as much trees as possible. They're going to be gathering up all the metal. And we need to do with research at some point for definite. So we have 4 people available, which is going to be immediately taken up. Oh, okay, so total citizens for that. I see. Still, we're going to be able to feed them. We've got food. We've got enough food to last a little bit, and we're obviously gathering up more. Again, I would love it if we had a car. Cars would make this so much easier. Let's have a look. See, it's 8:39 in the morning. We should probably build a wooden tower. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a good location. Not entirely sure why the road's raised, but because it's not. But okay, whatever. Yeah, those people are gonna fucking swim.
No more to find.
Oh, now he's Jesus. I saw you, Mr. Jesus Man.
Operator.
Right, so they're just currently just hopping into that building as well. That's fair enough. So they're going to be building some of that stuff. We're going to be building some of this stuff, gathering up all the cans and everything. And we got tools. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so then once we have a third team, they're going to be going out and we're going to get them to search the bigger buildings. And they can basically continue to bring us more essential equipment. Scavenging, shooting. Yeah, I was going to say, if you didn't think we had decent quality scavengers by now, then good luck. GG. Actually, let's make a proper save. Yeah, sure. Yes. So we're going to be building that.
On my way.
It's 10 wood for that one. We've got that one. We could do with a new squad as well. They're going to be getting those things sorted. So we have additional members to survive with. You guys have got an ammunition. Drop the ammunition in the base.
We're on the move.
There you go. Right, you. Need you. Go clear that out. Go clear that out. Have you emptied everything? Yes, good.
We're on the move.
Make your way across to there. Make your way across to where. Then eventually get yourself over there. We need to cut down more trees, apparently. But that's fine. We can deal with that.
There's nothing left.
We got some more tools. Gather more cans. Canned foods are quite a common item in this this current area, but obviously things will change.
Search done. There's nothing left.
Right. Okay. So you've got
Operator.
that. You've got
Receive
that.
it.
You've got
Reporting.
that. We could do with some ammo, to be fair. We could very much do with some ammunition.
Waiting orders. Reporting. On my way.
Exchange.
We're on the move.
Okay, we have like very little limited ammunition. Not good. Try and think. Is there any weapons facilities we have or something nearby? Techable facility. Where's the police? Like, there's normally a law enforcement building there, all the way over there, of course. Right. God, I wish we had a car. I mean, we might get lucky in some of the unknown buildings or the unknown options, but we could definitely do with some guns, some ammunition, for definite.
We finished construction.
Nice.
We're out of resources.
Yeah, out of pistol. Yes, I'm aware. If you could have a ranged weapon, that would be fantastic. Like a general stop? Yeah, general shot.
Operator, going there.
Actually, probably better go that way.
Waiting orders. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Right, you guys
Ready for
keep
action.
expanding and exploring.
Building clear.
Oh, hallelujah, we have ammunition. That would be absolutely wondrous. That would be absolutely glorious. Right, citizens live in 2 poor conditions. Motherfucker, we're trying, alright? We're trying. We've only just come out. You motherfucker. Right, so we are decreasing. Finally out.
Going there.
43 hours. Citizens, a weird person was accepted to the zone. Really? Motherfucker.
On my way.
Yeah, you just need a bow. Make a bow and arrow, it's fine. You don't get the gun, we don't need the guns. Right,
Roger. Waiting orders.
so we're getting much more food, we're getting much more equipment.
Reporting.
And yeah, you want to grab that and then explore into that. And then that one's
Operator.
food and ammunition as well, which is good. What's this? Museum. Oh, shit. Nice. Okay, didn't know we had museums and shit. Actually pretty freaking handy.
Let's do it.
Alright, good. We've gathered a shitload of wood, which is fantastic. We could definitely do with some of that. We'll destroy the building, because this building is blocking line of sight. This building is also blocking line of sight. This building we could use. I think this building could be used as well. This building could be destroyed. Like all the small buildings we could destroy for that one. You.
Receiving.
We haven't got much time.
Roger.
So grab some of that stuff and just gather some more food.
Ready for
You're
action.
gathering more stuff. This building definitely could be done a little bit faster.
Receiving.
Oh, we're getting some more pistols and ammunition. Good. That's actually kind of
Once done,
handy.
Head back to your shelters.
Right, cool. So, it's definitely intense. Way fucking intense.
Operator.
And obviously we want to try and make sure that if there is any infected, we can
On my
try
way.
and sort of...
Ready
Right,
for action.
you stay back. You cover that building.
Reporting.
Right, you cover this
Let's do
building. So you cover
On my
this
way.
position. And then the other one covers that position. You need 2 pistols and we only have 1.
Reporting.
Yeah, get yourself into
Let's do it.
position for the ammunition
Waiting
drop.
orders.
You head over to the far
Roger.
side so we can, like, swap
Operator.
over. And we'll have you
Waiting
basically
orders.
continue to provide resources. So we have, like, 2 people defending.
Another one incoming.
And then eventually what we'll do is we'll build another tower on the far side. Oh, boy.
Reporting.
How do I tell you guys not to shoot?
Sir, it's almost nightfall. We can already see some infected coming out of their lairs.
Okay. Get ready to defend the zone.
Yep. You can just keep
Ready
shooting.
for action.
Yeah, basically you can get yourself different equipment, weapons, guns.
are pillaging a building.
That's good. They're focusing on the towers, which is much preferred. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Right, so yeah, these big buildings, they're going to be quite the valuable resource dumps for sure. Though I'm surprised that we haven't got that much out of this one. Hopefully these other ones will provide us much more useful things. We have fuel, we have oil,
Hostiles inbound.
and you boys are coming that way. And apparently friends are showing. Oh, no, it's just them. Okay. Kind of wish I could rotate. Oh, we can. We can actually rotate the camera. Just not with the middle mouse button. Gotcha. Right, so this actually is really useful then, because I can do things like this. Okay.
There are some infected around here.
Okay, if we can just... don't draw attention to yourselves. Just keep scavenging.
Operator.
Do not fucking do anything. Just let them do their thing. My dudes have got this shit.
Waiting orders.
Come on, come on, come on. Right, okay.
Building clear.
Yeah, so that's good. Right, infection will get those guys.
Our building.
It's fine, that's what the tower's there for. We're going to try and get another tower set up at some point on the far side as well, but we don't have a huge amount of people left. And then these guys are just going to be constantly providing supplies. We're going to try and get these citizens to improve their conditions. So once the next day comes out, I'm going to send one of them to try and go research shit
Let's
to
do
get
it.
scientific stuff. You, on the other
Operator.
hand, are literally just going to be running around. Oh, here's the button that tells
There
you
are some
to
infected around here.
hold fire.
Waiting orders.
Two live in poor conditions. 13, which is throwing out. Decreasing. But I'd like to increase it. By God, I would like to increase it, but...
On my way.
Right.
Infected are pillaging a building.
Yeah, repair this if I can.
Port spotted.
Okay, so when you hit the repair button, they all bugger out.
Let's do it.
Oh, you can actually adjust the customization side of it. Nice. Cool. Right, we definitely need to destroy a few things. Yeah, they're going to be focusing on that. I'm not going to risk losing some of these dudes. Intriguing.
Infected around here.
They're going for this. Good shit. Right, yeah, you make your way across the far side, and then you're just
Ready for action.
looting.
Roger. On my
Right,
way.
get yourself back over to the HQ location. You've done all you can for this evening.
Operator.
You now come out.
We're on the move,
You
operator.
back on full fire.
Ready for
And
action.
I'm gonna have you do
Roger.
some.
Roger.
Try to get that shit sorted. We're coming up to the daylight hours. It's not
Ready for
quite
action.
going into darkness. We're coming out of darkness, but slowly. What I will do is I will immediately, as soon as I can see that there is some kind of light coming up, I'll be like, right, you motherfuckers get yourselves over there and heal. Not heal, but, you know, research. Get the research options going. Because we don't have any research available, but we need to improve the housing. Because one of the things you do need to do to keep the people happy is if we go to... Oh, okay, there's a diagnosis. Nice. Oh, that's actually pretty handy. But no, in terms of... we need to go to the construction, and then we need to go for the... Is it advanced masonry? No. Is it advanced metallurgies? No. Yeah, so adaptation of buildings into houses, which improve the quality of life for citizens, positively affecting their morale. So this and that is going to be quite essential. So I think we'll turn this into a research building, which makes sense. Research buildings being right next to our main base of operations. Okay, so they're already making their way, so you want to get
We're on the
going.
move.
Not liking the fact that these things are right next to us, but there's nothing we can really do about that. What we will do, though, is we will have you gather as much material as possible. Because we need to build farms and cookhouses and other
Get up,
jazz.
everyone. Work's waiting.
And then if we can get ourselves some much needed things for that.
Finished construction.
Right, we're gathering wood as well. So they're going to be all set up and ready to go, which is fantastic. We do need to get the buildings set up and research to be made. I like the dots and everything. That's pretty cool. Nice, okay.
Chief, the survivors that we took in, they have some important info that we could use. They speak of various kinds of infected animals that they encountered, and other groups of survivors too. But they've lost people recently. It'll take some time for them to integrate. Let me find some jobs and shelter for them.
Yeah, no, that'll be better.
Okay, let them rest.
Yeah, that's, you know, our production capabilities is going to be fine and all, but
To all survivors, the infection is in decline. Seek others and rebuild.
This is the infection-free zone of... Please respond.
To all, the infection is in decline. Seek others and rebuild.
Is somebody there?
This, the infection is in decline. Seek others and rebuild.
Can you hear me?
This, the infection is in decline. Seek others and rebuild.
Hello? Please respond. Over.
This, the infection is in decline. Seek others and rebuild.
Chief, this is the same transmission we received before, but the signal is even weaker. Our walkie-talkies are not powerful enough for long-range communication. We have to build a large antenna. A local library or university would be a good place to search for information on how to make it work.
Let's go there.
yeah, no, we're on it.
Another one incoming!
On it like, oh shit, there's infected. Not good. Get your fucking asses out there. Go, 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 go. Oh, they're taking damage. Oh, they can't take the days. Anyone
Ready for
hurt?
action.
No, okay, thank the Emperor. Oh yeah, one person got armored up. Nice, we could do with that.
Building clear.
Right, cool. That's something at least. Right.
There's nothing left.
Nothing left in that one. Okay. Jesus Christ, really?
Going there.
Okay. Right, bring scientific materials.
Reporting.
Good, 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 good. Very good.
We found a new car.
Oh my god, yes! Where?
Sir, we just found a car that looks drivable. Let's try to make it run again.
Oh my god, yes, 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 yes. Get that fucking car! Oh, that would be fantastic.
Okay, try it.
Seriously, cars are amazing in this game. Yes, they do cause you a bit of grief when it comes to transportation issues. However, it's a fucking car. It makes transporting items and resources so much better. Like, seriously, so much better. And let's face it, cars are just really useful in this game. So yeah, having a car like that would be fantastic. If we could get a pickup truck or a van, we're gold. Like, seriously, golden is... It would be glorious. Golden and glorious is the words of the day that we'll be utilizing.
Where are we going?
Right, you.
I miss driving so much. This will help speed up our scavenging.
Yep.
And we can run over the infected if they get too close.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna see.
Operator.
Yeah, but you can see immediately the sheer amount of... let me have a look, see. We do have fuel. Yes, we do. Right, yeah. The vehicle's condition will be fine. I think it'll be okay for that one. So, here's the really cool thing.
do it.
Every time someone so people who, you know, get a car, we can go into buildings and loot stuff, and then we can use the vehicle's trunk to be able to get that stuff into the thing. It's seriously, having a car massively boosts your capabilities to survive and gather important information. More to the point, we actually then can go on further expeditions way fucking far on the far side. Like,
Building
on
clear.
the far side over here. It's actually kind of ridiculous, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, no, big fan of that. Very, very happy with that. And if we can try and get some of the citizens live in poor conditions problem, if we can get this, if we can get the people to be super happy into the upper bars, we can it'd be very much appreciated for that. Let's see how much more we get in this stuff. So it's like 11. It's like a fairly big building, but should be fine. We're almost done combing this area. What I'll probably do is I'll probably gather additional metal from all these cars and stuff.
We need a workspace where we can experiment and re-engineer all the pre-pandemic technology. We could store all the books there, too. Let's build a research center and assign the most technical minds there.
Yep.
Okay, let's do this.
Right, let's get some research done. Squad. Oh, squad quarters. Oh, nice. Okay. We need more important things. Research center. Yes, that would be the one to do it on.
Let's do it.
So we would definitely need to assign people for that. Right. What's this people assigned to? Yeah, let's get people assigned on to that so we can get stuff going. This one has 7 out of 36 workers. That's fine. It's more than fine. We can deal with that. These guys have almost finished building, well, these guys have almost completely finished destroying what's left of these buildings, which is good. These buildings will remove the fire lines and make things a little bit easier. Adapt buildings to research center and build stuff, so that's going to be cool. This thing has got fuel and everything inside of it, but that's like 43% sorted into that. You guys are currently gathering bits and pieces. You should be doing something.
We're on the move.
Get your fucking ass in gear. Come on. Yeah, we've got loads of close quarter locations, but we definitely need to get some more equipment. To be fair, the best part about this is that now that we've got a car, we can probably send one of the squads on additional... We can send the squads on additional missions to try and get further resources, and we can get like a massive amount of resources out of that. Like, we can get a serious boost to our production.
We're on the move.
Right, I'm gonna go to these question mark ones because I kind of want to find some more. Like, we got food, we got canned food, it's wonderful, but we kind of need other things. So,
Building clear.
right, that's all good.
On my way.
Just hop into the next building so you can gather
Search
more
done.
food because we're getting a bunch of food for this one. What's this one's done. Oh my god, I'm super pumped. I'm not gonna lie, I like super pumped that we got freaking car. It's gonna be very important to get that sorted. Most definitely. Could do with getting some more oil, but that's something that's not quite as important as other things. We will go to I will go to here next, I think. We will definitely need to do that. Especially since we could do with... Okay, that's nearly done. Cool. Speed time up a little bit. That's almost done. That's almost done. We could definitely do with getting some more stuff.
Reporting.
We're getting close to the times that we need to probably go to get our character sorted. 94, 95, 96, 98.
There's nothing left.
Right. That'll be your last
clear.
run.
Building adapted.
Oh, beauty. That is actually really freaking awesome. Right. First thing we're doing, though, we're researching that. Researching basic antenna technology. Okay, that's good. Right.
Let's do it.
You get to cover.
Roger.
Stop working. Start winding down for some rest.
Task complete.
Okay, you've
Ready
got
for action.
more stuff. Good. Right, I'm going to get you to go and scavenge here,
Roger.
here, and then there's going to be a lot of buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at now. But you've got a car, so it makes it easier. And thank fuck you're not running people over with this.
There are some infected around here.
Yeah, they're going to be doing that. It's fine. Wondrous.
Search done.
So, yeah, that's going to give us a massive amount of resources from that one boon. So,
Receiving.
nice. I'm not going to lie, super pumped on that.
Hostiles inbound.
Yeah, there's a horde coming along. They will be attracted to the sound of the car, but
There's nothing
it's
left.
fine. So, we'll drive back home. Drop it in. Drop them
Going
off. All those resources come back out, and there you go. See what I mean? Like, how freaking useful this is. And sure, we'll be scavenging and doing whatever, but like if we can get more resources,
There's
bits of
nothing left.
equipment, there's ammunition.
Clear.
God, like our production capabilities have just like skyrocketed as a result of that. Oh, it's wonderful. I love it. Oh, great. We got some more guns. We got some more. We got some
No
more
more to
grain.
find.
Fantastic. Right. If you could, yeah. If you could, yeah. If you two
Reporting.
search that building, that building, that building, and that building, that'll be quite useful. Boop.
Going there.
Right. Look inside that building. See what you can do. Get that stuff sorted. 3 in the morning.
Building clear.
Try and search the other one. We might be lucky. Whether the zombies don't seem to be quite as aggressive today, which is good. It's very good. Do we have any more
Receiving.
university stuff? We do not. Not unless we go all the way over there, which is fine. We can probably start making our way across now. Actually, yeah. Start making your way across.
Receiving.
You need to go to
On
here,
my way.
here, and we'll get you in the big building over there. You boys
Clear.
are just currently gathering up all the importance. So,
Everybody get ready.
yeet. Yeah, we're gathering fuck tons of resources now. It's actually quite important. We need to adapt this building into a home, though, because we need to, like, upgrade it and stuff for definites. And researching the tool factory is going to be kind of important.
Chief, we found some medical supplies. They'll definitely come in handy. Now we'll be able to give first aid to the wounded. But if we want to heal people more efficiently, we'll need to build a med bay.
The med bay sounds like a good idea.
Another vehicle
We'll
here.
think of that.
Another vehicle here? Did someone... Oh my god!
Operator.
Get your fucking ass over there as soon as you can. Oh my god, there's like a massive... It looks like almost like a crack through the friggin' thing. Oh my god, no, but seriously. Actually, no.
Reporting.
Get that vehicle in operation
it.
ASAP. Seriously. Absolutely get that vehicle in operation. A pickup truck. Ah, this early on. Mwah. C'est le magnifique.
Going there.
Right.
Operator.
Oh, that's so fucking cool. be fair, we could have one dedicated team of just people who just sit around the base doing nothing at this point.
Ready for action.
Well, no, we will need more people, definitely, but... Oh my god. Oh, wow, you actually have to really struggle to climb up there. That's pretty cool. Like, I like this. This is so... Like, I've played before when there wasn't as much representation
People
as...
is approaching.
Uh-oh. Unknown group of people spotted. Okay, well, we have a car, so, you know...
Waiting orders.
Come on, get the
Where
car
are we going?
Right. Hopefully, these people are nice and will be pleasant. They'll be struck in
Another
awe.
vehicle here.
Oh my god, there's another vehicle. It's on the fucking train tracks. It's a bit of a shit car, so we're not gonna go for it.
Ready for action.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello.
Sir, we've encountered a group of people. They've got some wounds from the infected. I'd also say they seem very hungry.
What do you think? Should we accept them?
These people spell trouble. They might be a burden to us, and it will take some time before accepting them pays off. Are you there?
Yeah.
Ask them to join us.
Reporting. Let's do it.
Right, let's get this stuff
On my
sorted.
way.
So get your sauces in gear. Vehicle though, that's a big boon. That is honestly a huge, huge boon. And if we can get more, if we can get like a van, oh, we got a pickup truck, which is going to be probably the quintessential looter of the entire thing. And we need to get more people for the thing. Or more.
Boss, we're running out of space for resources. We have to build a warehouse.
Okay, we'll build one.
Right, let's turn you into a warehouse. So, yeah, adapt building, warehouse. Yeah, that's going to be quite useful. And it won't be too expensive, ironically. Okay, that's going to be way expensive, but that'll also make for, like, so much. We have enough. Oh, we have enough. I mean, yeah, that makes way sense, to be fair. And then we can try and adapt some of the other buildings. So we need... Oh, fucking hell. Right, how many workers are on this one? Yeah, we don't need that many workers. Let's... Right, 5 on them. 13 of them. Who's working on the other shit? Seriously. Are we that low on people? We have... Okay, 6 people on them. That's fine. We could, to be fair, we could do a few more. Right, who is on what? We're on total citizens, 2 on guard, 4 on scientist, 15 on the scavengers, 12 on the squad members. That's fine. That's honestly quite fine. When these people join, we can have them help out.
Operator.
Right, that building's been cleared. Good. Right.
Waiting orders.
I'm going to send you on important missions to gather up even more
Going there.
research, because that's going to be super important. How are you diddling with stuff? You've got ammo, good. This
Receiving.
building's almost complete as well, so that's going to be quite important. Yeah, we need to adapt buildings to become homes for definites, and advanced masonry would be extremely beneficial.
Somebody's coming.
Okay, good to know. They might be friendly, they might not be friendly. Gathering up as many people as possible would be
Clear.
wondrous. Right, pop that back in there. You know what? Get your ass over there as soon as we can. Try and build up some resources, but we can also grab much more weapons and equipment. So we're running a little bit low on storage capacity, but that's fine. We can work with that. That's going to be built up. I'm getting like 16 of that one. Once we get the new people in, we can immediately put them to work. They're wounded.
Search done.
We could do with the med bay, but that's...
Going there.
Running there. Efficiency of the weird person. Yeah. Some people are not able to live, which is fine.
Building clear.
Whereabouts are you? Ah, good. You've cleared the building. So...
Receiving.
Not
Let's
as
do
much
it.
as I'd had hoped, to be honest
Going
with
there.
you, but it's fine. We can manage. We got ammo. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. We've got lots of food, which is
No more to
important.
find.
You're currently getting us ammunition as well, which is very important. Right, these people can work. How many more workers we got? We can get this thing set up. Max them out to the 17 so we can boost production for that. Metal, we can more or less kind of drop about 5 more people and assign about 22 more, so that way we can get more people invested with the building side. So the sooner we can get this building production stuff started, the better.
Operator. No more to find.
Come on.
Chief, we just found an assault rifle.
Nice.
This will come in handy against large hordes. Let's just not waste too much ammo on nothing.
Use it with caution.
Receiving.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so we've got quite a lot.
Building clear.
Yeah, so we've got quite a lot of info. Equipment, that's 337.
There's nothing left.
3309. Right. Coming up towards the end of the day, I'm thinking you make it way back to the car and get yourself set up in preparation for the raid.
Operator.
Okay, so that's pretty solid. That's that's a fairly solid location, really.
Reporting.
Right, you've got 14 out of that.
Let's do it.
Get yourself looting on this point. Try and grab as much as we can. If we can get a shit ton of ammunition prepared, that'll be fantastic. We're almost done gathering all the materials, which means we can get a lot more.
Sir, we found a trail nearby. It looked as if a huge crowd had run and trampled everything in their way. There must have been hundreds.
Have you heard anything?
Last night we could hear howls, as if crowds of monsters were shouting and wailing. I think something really big is coming our way.
Look for more signs. Track them down.
I wouldn't...
Hostiles inbound.
Oh, boy. Right, we're still like 20-ish%. See what we can do. How are we diddling with this? Everyone's kind of chilling at the moment. As soon as it looks like there's zombies coming through... Yeah, they're from the north. Yeah, if it looks like they're about to come and attack us, we will then bug out. Yeah, bug out, bug out, bug out, bug out. We've got a big haul going, and we don't want to lose it on... Oh, bugger. Right, yeah, get your fucking ass back there as soon as...
Another one incoming.
They're trying to get inside.
Get inside, get inside.
Our building is under attack.
That's a big horde. And we ran people over. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Going there.
Right.
Let's do it.
What we want to do, we probably want to do this.
We're
Yeah,
on the
we'll
move.
probably get to this building. Try and get some more stuff.
Operator. Reporting.
How much resources do we have for, and how much will we need for that? 15. Yeah, we're going to need to, like, produce books and shit.
Waiting orders.
Oh boy. Well, it's not. It could be going better. It's not. It could be worse, but it could be going better. We've got
Building clear.
one assault rifle, one pistol,
Roger.
and we're dealing with quite a lot of. Right, where's some research? Oh, hello. That is what I'm talking about. Right, you
Let's do
get
it.
your ass into these buildings and get the most research out of them. If we can get the research and get the advanced production facilities, we can be far better off. Right, they're not doing anything at the moment. Unless... Nope, run.
Let's do it.
Get out.
On my way.
Get out. God damn it. Right. We could do with... We need research options. Like, there's a whole bunch of research facilities around, but they're not anywhere where we're close. What's this one? Fertilizer. We don't need farming. Not yet, at least. We need... Right, tell you what. You go over to there. Actually, no. You go over there, and then try and get some of these buildings sorted whilst we're in position to deal with this. Right, you
Reporting.
start making your way towards here.
Going there.
Actually, it'd probably be better if you go to here first,
Going
then
there.
here, then yeah, there we go, then here. You
Reporting.
grab the car and start getting
Roger.
these buildings done. So then at least we got something going.
Another one incoming.
The hordes are going to run away any second now. Yep, there they go. So we've got to be careful.
And earn your keep.
Reporting. No more to
Right.
find.
Right, I think... Right, that's
Search
being
done.
done.
There's nothing left. Receiving.
Once
There's
that's
nothing
done.
left. Search done.
Perfect. Got some food. We've got at least a decent amount of food. At least that's something.
Building clear.
Right, okay, you... Oh, good God. Right, yeah, no, get your asses over to here and get
On my
us some
way.
research. Get us some research books. But unfortunately, that's going to have to be all the time we have available today. Thank you all so very much for watching this first episode. If you like this kind of content, do let me know in the comment section down below, clicking on the like button, and of course subscribing to the channel. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Yeah, we've got a pretty good start on. Not the greatest, considering the fact that we're on day, what, 5? And for some reason it's in August, but okay. But no, I think it's each day is a month, which I'm like, would have been nice if we had more days to deal with. But more customization, I think, is probably the better, is the answer for that one. But no, seriously, this game is a lot of fun, and it's quite, it's one of those games that you can easily sink a lot of hours into. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. This is Mr. Jaeger, signing out.